continuing our coverage tonight on the fire that destroyed an historic landmark in downtown Wilmington.
Investigators have ruled the fire at the Graystone Inn as accidental, saying it started in the basement of the building from construction work. Now, this is the second fire at Graystone. 2 years ago, the owners had just opened Preston Restaurant inside the inn when a fire broke out. Renovations were almost complete when this latest fire destroyed the bed and breakfast and the restaurant. WECT's Mackenzie Bruns heard reaction from community members who not only treasure the historic building, but hope it will be restored.
A scene of devastation, flames consuming the historic Graystone Inn.
It's a big piece of our downtown.
The beloved landmark erupted in flames Friday afternoon. Firefighters from across the city battling for hours to bring the fire under control. But by then, it was too late. The damage to the century-old treasure was already done. Investigators have ruled it an accident. A spokesperson for the fire department says the blaze started in the basement due to construction. Standing in the heart of downtown's historic district, the Graystone was more than just another building. For Jan Brewington, vice president of the historic Wilmington Foundation, it's irreplaceable.
On that spot downtown, everybody rides by it all the time. People have gotten married there. People have had their wedding receptions there. Countless memories.
While those memories may be etched in stone, what was once a rock of downtown Wilmington, now in ruins. Built in 1905, originally named the Graystone Manor, it's passed through generations of families and owners. It was a destination for celebrations, romantic getaways, and milestone moments. Of all the historic buildings in downtown Wilmington, it was undoubtedly one of the most famous landmarks.
Because all of these together make the fabric of our historic Wilmington community. And it's really significant when something like this burns, because what you've got is a big spot in the middle of downtown Wilmington.
An empty space now, but the resilient stone walls still stand, a testament to the irreplaceable legacy of the Graystone Inn, and a symbol of hope that one day it could rise again.
It has been really beautiful in recent years, and it's my hope that it will be again.
Reporting in Wilmington, Mackenzie Bruns, WECT News.